So the Argos get the victory on the night. They unveil their Grey Cup banner over their biggest rival, and Jim Barker is here to talk about it. And wouldn't you know it, Jim, you've got that Grey Cup ring because you were a special advisor to the Argos last year, and it's a beauty.
Yes, of all the rings, this is actually my third Argo ring, my fifth overall, but my third Argo ring. And like the Flutie ring was small, because back in '97, they just, they were small.
Yeah.
And then 2012, it was the 100th Grey Cup. It's so big, it's hard to wear. It's beautiful, but it's just too big to wear. But this one's kind of in between. I really like it. It's got the boat on it.
It's also like something that no one would mess with you, because if you hit someone with that,
it
would be over for
unless they want to steal it, and that's a possibility. Anytime you walk around with something like that, I rarely wear it.
Yeah.
But tonight was a night they were giving away the replicas.
Yep.
So I figured I'd wear my real one last time.
I love it. I love it. And you know who might not love it is Tabby's fans, because it hasn't been a great start to the season, and so much fanfare, Jim. They acquire Bo Levi Mitchell. There's a lot of positive energy. He goes down to injury in this game. There's some infighting between the players. What's your take on what's happening with this team right now?
Well, I think they're frustrated. And Bo Levi last week against Winnipeg, again, I felt like he should have played a little more in the preseason, and that he might have, he was missing guys he was throwing to the right guys. They were open, and he was overthrowing, underthrowing, because game speed and practice speed is different. So I thought maybe if they would have done that, he might have connected a little bit more. And then he came out tonight and, again, played pretty well, but then threw the interception, the first one in the end zone, the rookie, Quantez Stiggers. He went after a rookie. Intercepted, and then he threw the second one. It was like a guy was double covered, and he just down in the end zone.
Yeah.
And you just can't do those things. That's what you expect the rookie quarterback to do that was playing for Toronto. And so I think there's a lot of frustration there. I think Tim White, Turnowski missed a block, and I think he was frustrated. He got whacked as soon as the ball touched his hands.
Yeah.
And he got frustrated. And I think Tim White and Duke are the leaders of that group. And they're trying to get some accountability there.
Right.
Like, you know what? It's important for you to block, because otherwise I'm going to get my butt kicked. And, I think it was a little bit of that. So, they're going to fight through it.
Yep.
They started slow last year. They have Montreal at home on Friday. We don't know what Bo's status will be. He kind of tweaked his groin, it looked like, or when McManus hit him. And, hopefully he's fine and back. But if he's not, Matthew Schultz will go, and we'll see what he can do. But that's a big game for them. Montreal won their first game. They're now 0-2, and Montreal's coming in 1-0. So it's important for Hamilton to get going. It'll be their first home game, and I'm fully expecting them to be around at the end.
Nice.
Whether I'm just expecting that they'll be there. They're a good football team. They're well put together. They're well coached.
Yep.
I thought on special teams tonight they had lost their kicker yesterday,
Yep.
and they brought Leggio in, and I thought their special teams as a whole did a great job. Beat the Argos, I felt. The Argo punter, Haggerty, was great, but I thought that overall, I just thought they did a great job on special teams.
Jeff Reinbold.
Jeff
Reinbold's magic.
He's the best.
He's just working his
Jeff
magic.
Reinbold is just, he goes back there, and immediately I told everybody they will be tough on special teams.
Yep.
And he does. He is magic. Sitting in his I hated special teams as a head coach. I absolutely it was like, get it over with. I just but with Reinbold, it was like actually interesting to sit in the meetings, and
he is an interesting guy. I couldn't believe by some of the sidelines tonight. I'm like, I wonder how old he's. 65. He looks like he's 45.
He does.
It's all that island sun. The Argos in their season opener. Chad Kelly. He's now been anointed the team starter. 3 rushing touchdowns. I love his attitude. How much you loving this kid?
Well, I was with him all year, so I know him well. I've gotten to know him well through the year, and I think he's grown up so much from when we even first met him. But the guy loves football, and he loves the Argos. He knows more about Argo history than anybody that I know. I mean, Hoagie knows it. Chad Kelly studied it and knows it like it just shocked me. So he's a guy who is really into being the quarterback of the Argos. I thought he showed great leadership tonight. The one thing you don't want a rookie quarterback to do is lose games for you, is go back, hold the ball too long, get hit from behind, fumble. And, you know, they say, well, the offensive line, most of that's a quarterback.
Right.
When those kinds of things happen. Or throwing the bad pick, throwing the ball you shouldn't. He had one ball he threw where Richard Leonard almost picked it off down right in front of the goalpost. Was the only ball all night that I felt like, wow, why'd you throw that?
Right.
Why, you know, every other thing he did was right on. When you have a rookie do that and play with the poise he played with, you know, it was 22-6, and Hamilton was really never in the game. Haggerty's punting kept them backed up, and they never really got into the game. And he did exactly what you have to do in that situation. And he didn't try to get antsy and try to make plays that weren't there. And so I was very impressed with him. Nobody picks the Argos because nobody knew about Chad Kelly.
Right.
As they get to know him, the odds on the Argos winning the Grey Cup, they're going to get worse every week. And I told people, once you get to see this kid, you're going to understand that there's not a lot of guys in the league you would trade him for.
Love it.
So it's great for the Toronto market.
Yes.
It's great for the CFL because we need quarterbacks to perform at a high level.
Yes, we do.
And tonight we had Bo Levi, a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer, and we had a new guy that has a chance to be a great player in this league. What a great night.
Man, you're like a great ambassador for the league. Like, I just love your passion.
I love the CFL.
Yeah.
There's nothing better.
No,
It's just,
I agree.
For me, it's the best.
And then the Argos have the Elks in week 3, and Chris Jones finally trying to get a win at home as the Edmonton Elks. It's been a long time coming, so we're looking forward to that one, too.
Big trap game.
Yes.
Big trap game for the Argos.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's a tough one to go into after you're playing your big rival. Then you got to travel to Edmonton, where the Argos have never played well, and Edmonton's got nothing to lose now. They're like a dog in a corner.
It was great chatting with you, my friend.
Great to see you, Jay.